Do they have a response time of under a minute? Do they have a response time of 2 days? Right? These are all variables that you can use to increase or decrease the value or margin that you are using to deliver. And then finally, this is probably my favorite of the 6 boxes, if you can have a favorite on a framework about delivery. One is, I want you to imagine the value that you provide right now and the price you charge for it, okay? Now I want you to 10x that price. Now I want you to think about what you would deliver if that were actually your price. How much more would you do? Interesting thought process. Blue sky, do it on your own time, but it's a good thought experiment. You should do it with your team. Number 2, think again about your current product. If you had to deliver more value than you currently are, but for 1/10 the price, what else would you need to build that would cost nothing to replicate to provide the value? And number 3, if I could have a favorite question of my last framework of box 6, this would be it. If right now the gods of marketing, Ryan Dice gives the God voice and says, you can no longer get new customers from marketing, and the only thing you have are your existing customers, and the only way to get a new customer is for those customers to bring them to you, how different would your client experience look? Food to think on. The thing is, if people think that word of mouth is dead, that book right now, if you just do the math, is selling like $250,000 a month of books off of word of mouth and no funnels. People can spread stuff faster than ever before. We're just not taking advantage of it because we're too greedy and too short-term thinking. Like if people aren't referring your stuff, fix the stuff. Why bother promoting it? People don't want to talk about it. I don't know. Time check for myself. Apparently I'm on time. Everything is for sale. And this is another quick framework I'll give you for scaling delivery. I have a ton of these. These are just 2 that I wanted to bring up. So these are the only things you can ever sell, because I've been trying to think through what are the base chunks, base units of shit you sell, all right? You got products, you got services, you got access, you have media, you have risk, and you have money. Only things you can sell. And I challenge you to think of something else. And if you do figure one out that doesn't include these as base chunks, I'll add it, all right? Because I've been thinking a lot about this. And what's even cooler about this is that each of these components have physical and digital pieces. So a physical product would be a bag of, dog bones, right? A digital product is what a lot of you guys sell, like a course, right? A physical service would be like a massage. A digital service might be marketing. Physical access would be access to this event or to a real estate building that you rent every day so that you can have shelter. Digital access might be if there was a virtual recording of this live. Digital access. You have physical media like a billboard, digital media. You guys should hopefully know what that is. You're here. You've got physical risk like your building is being insured, and then you've got digital risk like a cyber attack. And then you've got physical money, and everybody knows about cryptocurrency. This is kind of cool, the different things you can sell. So here's the challenge is, can you think through how you can add one of these other components to your existing offer stack without providing a lot of operational drag, but while also providing value? All right? And so I presented this to a smaller group, and they were like, what about experiences? And I was like, experiences are products plus service plus access. A business is all of those things chunked together. Titles, like if I wanted to make you a knight, right, what do you get? You get access. If I wanted to give you IP, that is access to products. So when you're thinking through this, like those are the base chunks that build everything. And so I think sometimes when we can just boil it down to what are the base units, it can be useful in thinking, what else can I sell? Or what can I transform my existing things into that are more valuable? And so here's an easy thought. This is one of the more genius things that we did, is that if you're anybody here an ad agency? A couple people. Well, I'll tell you what we did, is that we had the agency side, and they were like, what if we just find the winners and then license the winners every single month to everybody else who wants to run their own ads? All margin. Great idea. Made us an extra $1 million a month in profit. You should try it. Good, recommend. Number two, add an experience.